Hello student, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Anchal Srivastava from Department of Physics, Institute of Science, Banaras Hind University. Today we are going to discuss about the module titled Near Field Scanning Optical Microscope, that is NSOM, under the paper Nanoscience and Technology 2. After completing this module, the student will be able to learn about the limitation of optical resolution, the earlier ideas of concept of near field, the concept of near field scanning optical microscope, and about the construction and working principle of NSOM and different mode of NSOM and its application. An average human eye can see details down to 0.07 mm in size. The ability to see smaller details of the matter is correlated with the development of science and the comprehension of the nature. Today's science need eyes for the nano world. Examples are easily found in biology and medical sciences. There is a great need to determine shape, size, chemical composition, molecular structure, and dynamic properties of nanostructures. To do this, microscope with high spatial, spectral, and temporal resolution are required. Scanning near field optical microscopy (NSOM) is a new step in the evolution of microscopy. The conventional lens-based microscope have their resolution limited by diffraction limit. NSOM is subject to this limitation and can offer to 70 times better resolution. The world of microscopy can be divided into two defined approaches: the lens-based imaging and lensless imaging. This module describes a method of lensless optical imaging, whereby optical resolution can be increased by as much as 10-fold in X and Y dimension and more than 100-fold in Z direction. The technique is called near field scanning optical microscopy (NSOM). The theoretical resolution limits the conventional optical imaging methodology and 200 to 300 nanometer for visible light was the primary factor motivating the development of recent high-resolution scanning probe techniques such as STM and atomic force microscope, and previously transmission electron microscope and scanning electron microscope. These and related techniques have enabled phenomenal gain in the resolution, even to the level of visualizing individual atom. However, prior to the development of near field scanning optical method, the superior resolution capability has come at the expense of wide variety of contrast enhancing mechanism available to optical microscopy. Furthermore, the extreme specimen preparation requirement for most of the high resolution method has limited their application in many areas of study, particularly in biological investigation involving dynamic or in vitro measurements. The method of near field scanning optical microscopy combine the extremely high topography resolution of techniques such as AFM with significant temporal resolution, polarization characteristic, spectroscopic capabilities, sensitivities, and flexibility inherent in many forms of optical microscopy. The scanning probe microscope, which is known as SPM. Scanning probe microscope covers several related technologies for imaging and measuring surfaces on a fine scale down to the level of molecules and group of atoms. At the other end of the scale, a scan may cover a distance of over 100 micrometer in x and y direction and 4 micrometer in the z direction. This is an enormous range. It can truly be said that the development of this technology is a major achievement for it having profound effect on many areas of science and engineering. SPM technology shares the concept of scanning an extremely sharp tip, which is of the order of 3 to 50 nanometer radius of curvature across the object surface. The tip is mounted on a flexible cantilever, allowing the tip to follow the surface profile. When the tip moves in the proximity of the investigated object, forces of interactions between the tip and the surface influence the movement of the cantilever. These movements are detected by selective sensors. Various interactions can be studied depending on the mechanics of the probe. The three most common scanning probe techniques are atomic force microscope, scanning tunneling microscope, and near field scanning optical microscope. Let us talk about atomic force microscope, which is known as AFM. It measures the interaction force between tip and sample surface. The tip may be dragged across the surface or may vibrate as it moves. The interaction force will depend on the nature of the sample, the probe tip, and the distance between them. A scanning tunneling microscope, which is called STM, measures a weak electrical current flowing between tip and sample as they are held in a very small distance apart. Regarding near field scanning optical microscopy, which is called NSOM, scan a very small light source very close to the sample. Detection of this light energy from the image. NSOM can provide resolution below that of the conventional light microscope. Let us discuss the early idea and concept of NSOM. Edward H. Sienge, in the beginning of 1928, published a series of articles that first conceptualized the idea of an ultra-high resolution optical microscope. Singe's proposal suggested a new type of optical microscope that would bypass the diffraction limit, but required fabrication of 10 nanometer aperture, much smaller than the light wavelength, in an opaque screen. A stained and embedded specimen would be ground optically flat and scanned in close proximity to the aperture. While scanning, light illuminating one side of the screen and passing through the aperture would be confined by the dimension of the aperture and could be used to illuminate the specimen before undergoing diffraction. As long as the specimen remained within a distance less than the aperture diameter, an image with the resolution of 10 nanometer could be generated. In addition, Singe accurately outlined a number of the technical difficulty that building a near field microscope would present. Included in these were the challenges of fabricating the minute aperture, achieving a sufficiently intense light source, specimen positioning at the nanometer scale, and maintaining the aperture in close proximity to the specimen. The proposal, although visionary and simple in concept, was far beyond the technical capabilities of the time. In 1956, J. A. O'Keefe, a mathematician, proposed the concept of near field microscopy without knowing about Singe's earlier paper. In 1972, EAS and G. Nicol demonstrate a scanning near field microwave microscope using 3 cm radiation. In 1984, the first paper on the application of NSAM SNOM was appeared, showing the practical possibility of NSAM imaging, spurring the growth of this new scientific field. A far field versus near field imaging, which is the fundamental concept behind NSAM. The interaction of light with an object, such as microscope specimen, results in generation of both near field and far field light components. The far field light propagates to the space in an unconfined manner and is the normal light utilized in conventional microscopy. The near field light consists of non-propagating field that exists near the surface of an object at a distance less than a single wavelength of light. Light in the near field carries more high frequency information and has its greatest amplitude in the region within the first few tens of nanometer of the specimen surface. Because the near field light decays exponentially within a distance less than the wavelength of light, it usually goes undetected. In effect, as the light propagates away from the surface into the far field region, the highest frequency spatial information is filtered out and well-known diffraction-based Abbe limit on resolution is imposed. In near-field optical microscopy, the resolution no longer depends on wavelength, but on a characteristic length d, which is aperture diameter or tip diameter of the local probe. Near-field optical microscopy relies on the confined photon flux between a local probe and the sample surface. The probe is raster scanned over the sample surface, and for predefined position xy of the probe, the remote detector acquires the optical response. In this way, an optical contrast image can be recorded. In Singe's original concept, the local probe consisted of a tiny aperture in a perfectly reflecting metal screen. Immediately behind the irradiated screen, the light field is especially confined to the size of the aperture, small d. Only if the scatterer within a distance d from the aperture will be interact with the radiation field. Singe's idea was soon forgotten after its inception because nanofabrication techniques was not available. In the following decades, However, the idea was reinvented several times. The first experiment results performed at optical frequency were published by Pohal et al. At the IBM Research Laboratory in Switzerland, followed shortly by Lewis et al. In Cornell University. In optical microscope, the wave-like nature of light causes it to diffract within limit the spatial resolution of the microscope. The minimum detectable separation of two light scattered for a given optical system is the Rayleigh criteria, thus limit traditional light microscopy to a resolution of 300 nanometer. In the aperture near field microscopy works by scanning a small aperture over the object. Light can only pass through the aperture, and so this size determines the resolution of the system. By this method, image with resolution far beyond what is possible with traditional microscopy can be recorded. Let us discuss what is near field imaging. Near field scanning optical microscope, which is known as NSOM, is a true optical microscopy technique allowing fluorescence, absorption, reflection, and polarization contrast with the additional advantages of nanometer lateral resolution, unlimited by diffraction and operation at ambient condition. In NSOM, a probe with a sub-wavelength apex is scanned over the sample while maintaining a probe sample distance for a few nanometer. Since NSOM utilizes the advantages of both optical microscopy and SPM, it may be envisioned as a combination of both. NSOM operates in the near field zone, that is, in this region, where probe sample distance remains below the excitation wavelength. Shown in figure schematically represented the difference zone together for the optical wave characteristics. In the near field zone, the evanescent waves associated with a small dark numerical aperture size is less than lambda of the investigated sample becomes prevalent. However, these evanescent waves decay exponentially with the distance to the surface, explaining the need to control and maintain the probe sample distance in sub-wavelength domain. To control the probe sample distance, the main implementations are shear lateral force, normal force, trapping similar to FM mode, or tunneling current for feedback. Let us discuss the construction and working of NSOM. In order to test the tip, a near-field optical microscope system was built in which these probes could be mounted. The apparatus is shown in figure. The laser is 8 mW helium neon laser focused onto the pinhole, which is subsequently imaged on the base of the tip using a Nikon extra long working distance objective with numerical aperture of 0.5. Extra long working distance objective is necessary to provide space for the beam deflection system. The transmitted light through tip and sample is collected using a similar objective. Background light is further reduced using a pinhole in front of photomultiplier tube. The resulting setup effectively consists of a confocal microscope with the probe inserted in its focus. The sample is scanned using a 3-axis piezoelectric scanner consisting of a photon control XY piezo flexure stage with around 200 micrometer square range, combined with a home-built 10 millimeter piezo stage for jet direction. The scanner was designed to support microscope object slides. For detection of the bending of the cantilever, the optical beam deflection technique is used. Laser diode at 780 nanometer wavelength is focused on the back side of the cantilever, and its reflection is imaged onto a quadrant detector. The deflection signal obtained by subtracting the signal from the vertically aligned quadrant can be used as a feedback. Another figure shows the SEM images of NSOM tip at 500 micrometer and 100 nanometer. Let us discuss NSOM imaging. In this slide, I will discuss the image taken from confocal microscopy and image taken from NSOM. NSOM provides enhanced spatial resolution. It is the direct correlation between nanostructure features and optical electronic properties. The picture shows the photoluminescence map recorded from molybdenum disulfide flakes using NSOM with a Campbellite probe and a conventional confocal microscopy bottom. Scale bar for both are 1 micrometer. Let us discuss different operational modes in case of NSOM. The light are illuminated in various modes using NSOM. These are as follows. In transmission mode imaging, the sample is illuminated through the probe and the light passing through the sample is collected and detected. In reflection mode imaging, the sample illuminated through the probe and the light reflected from the sample surface is collected and detected. In collection mode imaging, the sample is illuminated with a microscopic light source from the top or bottom and the probe is used to collect the light from the sample surface. In illumination/collection mode imaging, the probe is used for both the illumination of the sample and for the collection of the deflected signal. Let us talk about feedback mechanism in NSOM. A further benefit on operating the probe scanning system with feedback control is to obtain accurate optical signal level, eliminating the dramatic variations caused by exponential dependence of these signals on the tip to specimen separation. A critical requirement of the near field technique is that the probe tip must be positioned and held within a few nanometers of the surface in order to obtain a high resolution and artifact free optical images, and this is not readily achieved without utilizing some form of feedback mechanism. In order to improve signal to noise ratio for the feedback signal, the NSOM tip is almost always oscillates at the resonance frequency of the probe. This allows lock-in detection technique, basically a band pass filter with the center frequency force spectroscopy that may be required. In the case of the bent probe method, the laser is reflected from the top surface of the probe to the split photodiode, similar to the optical feedback mechanism employed in atomic force microscope. The probe is excited to oscillate in one of its modes, and the tip specimen distance is recorded and used dynamically at the feedback signal. Let us discuss the application of NSOM. It has ultra resolution optical imaging. It shows spectroscopy information in near field surface enhanced Raman spectroscopy. This near field spectroscopy has a tip enhanced Raman spectroscopy is known as TERS, is an offshoot of the surface enhanced Raman spectroscopy SERS. This technique can be used in an apertureless shear force ensemble setup or by using an AFM tip coated with gold or silver. The Raman signal is found to be significantly enhanced under the AFM tip. In local spectroscopy of semiconductor devices, near field scanning optical microscopy and spectroscopy for semiconductor exist for optical characterization of semiconductor material and devices. In modification of surface, the probe size determines the microscope resolution. The optical power emerging from the probe determines application of S-norm for local surface modification. The sub-wavelength photolithography. The researchers experimentally demonstrated using the nano disc in nanorod LED for sub-wavelength photolithography, in which light is used to create a pattern on a light-sensitive material. They predict that by fabricating the nano LED onto the S-norm probe tip, they could achieve better spatial control for future sub-wavelength photolithography in ultra-high density data storage. In ultra-high resolution photonic crystal nanoprobe for high density optical storage in laser ablation and near femtosecond studies. What are the limitations? Let us talk the limitation of ENSOM. ENSOM has many advantages but has some limitation. The limitations are as follows. Practically zero working distance for objective and an extremely small depth of field for tip. Extremely long scan time for high resolution image or large specimen area. Very low transmissivity of aperture is smaller than the incident light wavelength. Low intensity of incident light for excitation, a problem for weak fluorescent molecule. Only surface feature can be imaged and studied. Fiber optic probe are somewhat problematic for imaging soft material due to their high spring constant, especially in shear force mode. So, student, let us summarize what we have learned in this module. The resolution of conventional optical microscope is limited by diffraction to about lambda by 2n. Classical optics deal with propagating wave or far field regime. Near field optics deal with confined to sub-wavelength distance, even sensient wave. Near field region spatial resolution can be significantly improved. S-norm utilized near field interaction using probe with sub-wavelength dimension. Routine lateral resolution of below lambda by 20 or better can be achieved. S-norm is a powerful method to study quantum dots, signal molecule, biological object, and non-linear optical properties of nanostructures. Optical resolution on thin metal layers or nanoparticulate material can be improved up to lambda by 200. So this is all about ENSOM. Thank you very much.